The Aruban government founded the music festival as a celebration of the rich and distinctive culture found on the island and throughout the Caribbean. Reviewing now the exciting attractions on the island. Be sure not to miss any one. The 7-mile string of world-class beaches. Snorkeling and scuba diving in cool, clean aquamarine waters. Windsurfing off Fisherman's Hut. The legendary DVD tree, cactus, and southwestern-like landscape. Duty-free shopping in high-class designer boutiques. The quaint cottages and Dutch-influenced architecture. Aruba's exciting casinos. The largest natural bridge in the Caribbean. Ancient Indian caves and hieroglyphics. And the huge thundering waves and bold stretches of rocks and cliffs on Aruba's north coast. Whether your idea of a vacation is non-stop sport or nothing more strenuous than turning the pages of a current bestseller, there's a place for you on Aruba's bountiful beaches and wonderful waters. Sail, water ski, or windsurf over it. Scuba and snorkel beneath it. Float atop its gentle waves. Or reel in the best catch of the day. Water is definitely Aruba's most important natural resource. The sea surrounding this gorgeous island of Aruba is unsurpassed anywhere in the Caribbean. The only thing missing is you.
The Discovery Channel will return to Aruba. And small. Coming up, we'll examine breakthroughs in technology and medicine leading up to the world beyond 2000. Stay with us.
way from Lahui. If the weather's clear, don't miss seeing Waimea Canyon. From Lahui, you'll go through several towns worth exploring, past some of the best beaches on the island, and finally to a massive and picturesque canyon. Waimea Canyon is 10 miles long and over 3,600 feet deep and a mile wide in spots. Called the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, it offers magnificent views of multicolored rock strata and is especially photogenic in the early morning and late afternoon. Continue on past the canyon to Koka'i State Park and the Kalalu Valley Lookout. The view from here is one of the most beautiful on Kauai. On your way back, Poipu Beach is the place to relax with a cool drink while watching a beautiful tropical sunset. It's also a popular place to spend an entire day with the island's best and safest swimming, body surfing, and snorkeling areas. Not only is Kauai a beautiful island, it's an island of mystery and legend. Foremost among the legends is that of the Menehune, said to be an ancient race of leprechaun-like people only 2 feet tall. As you travel around Kauai, you'll see several surviving structures, such as the Alakoko Fish Pond and the Menehune Ditch, said to have been built by the little people. A second tour takes you north along the Wailua River region, through Princeville and onto the Nepali coast. Your first stop will be at the Wailua River, the only navigable river in the islands. The marina here is the starting point for the trip to the Fern Grotto. This trip has become a must-do for most Kauai visitors. The grotto is a cool, secluded cave filled with gigantic ferns, all behind an 80-foot cascade. As you travel the Wailua River, remember this once was one of the most sacred spots in the islands, and only royalty visited here. Many ceremonies, including human sacrifices, were held along the banks. As you approach Princeville, a short side road takes you to Kilauea Lighthouse, a beautiful spot for photographs and a great place to view native birds at the sanctuary here. One of the best views around Princeville is the lookout over Hanalei Valley. The Hanalei to Hyena Drive may be the best 9 miles anywhere. Along this narrow road, you see steep cliffs, sandy beaches, taro fields, giant tree ferns, coconut and banana trees, and dozens of waterfalls. And Lumahai Beach is here too. It was one of the filming locations for the movie South Pacific, and may be the most photographed beach in the islands. Helicopter tours regularly cover many scenic spots not accessible by car. There's just about any type of flight you want. Half-hour or 1-hour flights, champagne flights, around the island flights, even flights that leave you on a secluded beach and pick you up later in the day. There are kayak trips to several rivers, and the Nepali Zodiac boat trips skim along the coast to explore sea caves and land on isolated beaches to swim and snorkel. It's a wet ride when the surf is high, but worth it. There are 3 excellent golf courses on the island. At Poipu, the Kiahuna Plantation Golf Resort is interesting in that the developers left intact the remnants of a former Hawaiian village. Be careful, as you are charged 1 stroke if you land on an ancient stone house or go into a tomb. The Seaside Wailua Golf Course, north of Lahui, was rated by Golf Digest as one of the top 10 public courses in America. The Princeville Mackay Golf Course is a very scenic 27 holes. Each 9 holes is different and named accordingly. Ocean, lake, woods, enough said. Nightlife on Kauai is just about anywhere you happen to be. There are luau's and Polynesian reviews at several major hotels. Some of the most fun is at Tahiti Nui Restaurant in Hanalei, where the luau has been held for over 20 years. Kauai is an island of beauty with the excitement of a tourist resort or the relaxation of an isolated beach. And prices are generally lower than on Oahu or Maui.
Rand McNabb now continues.
A 25-minute flight from Honolulu will wing you to Maui, the Valley Isle. Many veteran Hawaiian visitors claim it's the best vacation spot in all the islands. The humpback whales must agree. They swim here to spend the winter. Located 75 miles southeast of Oahu, Maui is 2 volcanic peaks connected by a narrow isthmus of land. Most Maui vacationers stay at one of 3 major resort complexes: Lahaina and Kanapali on the west coast, Napali Bay and Kapalua on the northwest coast, or Kihea Wailea on the southwest coast. The most popular destination on the island is the Lahaina-Kanapali area on West Maui. During the 1800s, Lahaina was a favorite port for whaling ships. In fact, over 400 whaling ships visited Maui in 1846 alone. This colorful waterfront town continues to preserve the spirit and architecture of the salty 1800s. The same narrow streets where Mark Twain and Herman Melville walked over a century ago are now lined with dozens of restaurants, nightclubs, and gift shops. And it's just the right size for walking. Everything is within just a few blocks of the harbor. A popular stop in Lahaina is the Pioneer Inn, one of Hawaii's oldest hotels. Built in 1901, the original structure still stands, and the floors still have some original planks underfoot. As you tour Lahaina, you'll see the Carthaginian II, which has a small whaling museum on board, and the Whalers Marketplace, a nearby shopping village. And to get an offshore view of Lahaina, take a glass-bottom boat tour of the harbor area. Running between Lahaina and Kanapali is Hawaii's only operating railroad, the Lahaina, Kanapali, and Pacific. The rebuilt 1890 sugarcane train runs over 6 miles of narrow-gauge track between the town and the resort. In central Maui, the most popular attraction is the drive up the Iao Valley Road. The 3-mile drive up through a spectacular ravine ends up at Iao Valley Park and one of the island's most photographed spots, the Iao Needle. They say the invading Kamehameha threw his enemies from the top. You can wade and swim along the way and visit the colorful Kapani Hawai Heritage Gardens. The primary attractions in southwest Maui are miles of beaches. Here, you find Wailea, one of Maui's excellent planned resorts. It's 3 times the size of Waikiki. Upcountry Maui is dominated by Maui's greatest attraction, Mount Haleakala, the House of the Sun. The crater of this 10,000-foot-high dormant volcano is 21 miles across and is so rugged it's compared to the craters on the moon. It's most spectacular at sunrise, and if you catch it when the clouds are just right, to be here can be one of the most inspirational experiences in life. To get to the top before sunrise, plan on leaving your hotel around 3 a.m. Also, take plenty of warm clothes, as the temperature can be near freezing before dawn. One of the unique Maui experiences is a 3-hour, 38-mile bicycle coast down the winding road from the summit of Haleakala. Because it's all downhill, almost anyone who has ever ridden a bike can enjoy cruising in and out of the clouds, past eucalyptus forests, and through the relaxing Maui countryside. Everyone who comes to Maui should take the drive to Hana. Along the way, you'll find 617 turns and 56 bridges. There are waterfalls, pools to swim in, banana and coconut trees, old churches, and traditional Hawaiian farms. Take your time and enjoy. Eventually, you reach Heavenly Hana, a quiet village with a strong Polynesian character. Here, you should get out of your car and spend some time. Swim at Hana Beach Park. Hike or ride horseback in the surrounding hills. And visit the Hasagawa General Store. There's only one hotel here, the Hotel Hana Maui, and it's often booked 6 months in advance. South of Hana are the 7 sacred pools, part of Haleakala National Park, a perfect setting for swimming, picnicking, and camping. An advantage to staying on Maui is that 2 other islands are easily reached for half-day or full-day trips. Molokai is only 6 miles away, and Lanai is only 8. Tour operators will take you from Lahaina by sailboat, cruiser, catamaran, or trimaran to spend time on either island. There are also commuter flights to Molokai. The Friendly Isle once was the site of a leper colony. Now is for vacationers who appreciate quiet beauty. A popular trip is the mule ride down the side of the mountain to visit the old colony. And you can visit the Molokai Ranch Wildlife Park. There's also one of the most out-of-the-way resorts in the islands, the Sheraton Molokai. Maui is the winter home for over 400 humpback whales. They come here to mate, give birth, and nurse their young in these protected waters. The peak viewing season is from January through April. You may see a few from shore, but the best way to meet a humpback is on a sightseeing cruise. Several operate out of Lahaina. When you visit Maui, you shouldn't miss sunrise on Haleakala. The Hana Drive. Walking through Lahaina. Whale watching. Iao Needle, and all the fantastic beaches. Hawaii, the Big Island, lies 200 miles southeast of Oahu, and big it is, at 93 miles long and 76 miles wide. It's bigger than all the other Hawaiian islands combined. The Big Island has the only active volcanoes in Hawaii. There are rainforests, deserts, black sand beaches, grasslands, and even snow-capped mountain peaks. And it's still relatively undiscovered by most tourists. There are 2 distinct sides to Hawaii. The east side has Volcanoes National Park and the city of Hilo. The drier west side is the center of the tourist resort development, with golf, fishing, boating, and other activities you expect to find in such areas. On the east coast, Hilo is worth visiting, but it's not a tourist town. It's the center for the island's commerce. Fishing, ranching, agriculture, and a flourishing flower industry all contribute to the island's income. You can begin your day at 7:30 in the morning at the Suisan Fish Market, where you can watch giant tuna, mahi-mahi, and other fish being auctioned off in Chinese, Japanese, Hawaiian, and English. Nearby is Liliuokalani Gardens, a beautiful 30-acre oriental park, and Coconut Island with an impressive view of Hilo and Hilo Bay. East of downtown Hilo is Wailuku River State Park, where you'll find rainbow falls and boiling pots, a good place for a picnic lunch. One thing obvious about Hilo is that it is wet. It rains about 140 inches each year. This moisture and warm temperatures make an ideal climate for orchids. Many gardens and nurseries are open to the public, including the Hilo Orchidarium, Orchids of Hawaii, and Nanimau Gardens. If you make reservations, you can visit the Hawaii Tropical Botanical Garden.
Rand McNally video trips will continue.
On the western shore of the Big Island is the sun-soaked Kona Coast, and its major resort town, Kailua Kona, is the center for marlin fishing, and some of the best is found as close as 1 mile offshore. Charter boats are available, and the success rate is high. Marlin in excess of 1,300 pounds have been caught here, and even if you don't fish, you can enjoy watching the boats return each evening. Kailua Kona actually is the town and the area stretching 5 miles to the south. The main part of the town lies on one street. There are open-air restaurants, interesting shops, and several important historic sites. Among these are the royal compound of King Kamehameha the Great, Hulihehe Palace, and Mukua Ikau and St. Michael's churches. And don't miss a visit to the Kailua Candy Company. South of Kailua Kona, there's St. Peter's Catholic Church. Hardly larger than a playhouse, it was built on the site of an ancient Hawaiian temple to overcome superstition. As you drive along the Kona coast, the beaches are rimmed with cocoa palms leaning against the trade winds. The sun bounces on the sea and explodes into instant diamonds. On such a day here in 1779, Captain James Cook was rowed ashore with 10 Royal Navy Marines. Cook named the islands the Sandwich Isles for the Earl of Sandwich, who had financed the voyage. Cook made charts and took sun and star sights on the beach at Kealakakoa Bay. A few miles south are St. Benedict's Church, one of the island's 2 painted churches, and the restored city of Refuge. Offenses in ancient Hawaii were dealt with severely, with the death penalty not uncommon. However, if the offender could reach the city of Refuge safely, he could be blessed by a priest and return to his family. The city of Refuge here, or Pu'uaniau Honaunau, is now a National Historic Park. At Napopo, the Kealakoko Underwater State Park offers snorkelers and divers 100 feet of visibility with thousands of tropical fish and spectacular coral growths. There are 5 spectacular golf courses in the area. Some of the courses are cut through lava fields, and several have the ocean coming into play. The north end of the Big Island is Hawaiian cowboy country. The Parker Ranch covers 250,000 acres here, and is the largest privately owned ranch in the United States. Waimea is a neat little town with quaint buildings lining the street. This is where the cowboys gather. To learn how all this got started, stop at the Parker Ranch Visitor Center. One last item the venturesome may want to try is snow skiing on Mauna Kea. Some of the best resorts in the islands are located on the Kona coast of Hawaii. One of the first was the very exclusive Kona Village Resort. Kona Village is what most people imagine when they dream about a Hawaiian vacation. Thatched roof cottages are located along the beach, beside lazy lagoons, or are hidden in groves of palm trees. And on Friday nights, they hold one of the best luau's in the islands. This is the sort of luxury that Hawaiian royalty must have enjoyed. Visitors to Hawaii land at Honolulu International Airport and spend their first night at one of the hotels lining Waikiki Beach. Honolulu is served by several major domestic airlines, as well as foreign carriers and charter lines. Hawaii used to have official kissers to greet visitors. In more leisurely days, everybody came by ship. When jets started bringing in 500 people at a time, the kissers had to give it up. They said their lips got too tired. Today, you get this treatment only if you're with a tour or charter group. When you're flying from the mainland, try to get a seat on the right side of the plane. That's where your first view of the islands will be best. From the Honolulu airport, you have several options to get to your hotel. Taxis are always waiting to take you to Waikiki. Many hotels provide free shuttle service, and Gray Line provides bus service to several Waikiki hotels for a modest fee. Municipal buses serve the airport, but this may not be very convenient if you have much baggage. In Hawaii, you fly from island to island as casually as you commute on a train or bus at home. There are several commuter airlines in the islands. Aloha Airlines has its Spirit of Hawaii service. It's the only airline with an all-jet fleet and first-class sections where you can mingle with other passengers in a private lounge. Hawaiian Airlines and Mid-Pacific Air have both jet and prop planes serving all the major islands. Each airline has a number of inter-island flights every day. If you want to start your visit at one of the outer islands, there are some direct flights from the mainland to Kauai, Maui, and Hawaii. For a different look at the islands, American Hawaiian Cruises offers 3, 4, and 7-day runs through the islands on either of its two ships. Each makes several stops, ranging from a single afternoon to allow shopping to 2 days on Maui to let you explore at a more leisurely pace. The ships have swimming pools, jogging tracks, gyms, tennis, and of course, great food and nightlife. These cruises are usually booked months in advance, so get your reservations as quickly as possible. Getting around on the islands, especially the Big Island, is most convenient with a rental car. You can run on your own schedule and take time to stop at those special out-of-the-way places you find. All the major rental companies are here, as well as several island-only agencies. Cars can be rented at all the airports and in the larger towns. Be sure to make reservations and check rates, as there are a lot of excellent packages available. There are a number of tour companies on each of the major islands. They go to every major attraction and do all they can to make your visit easier. There's the opportunity to meet new friends, and the tour guide will keep you entertained with facts and legends about each area. At Waikiki, you can walk just about anywhere, or for fun, take a pedicab. There's an excellent and inexpensive bus system called the Bus. which actually runs throughout the entire island of Oahu. You may have heard that the Hawaiian language has no word for weather. That's because the weather here is so reliable, no one seems to pay any attention to it. In resort areas, winter temperatures range from an average low of 65 degrees to an average high of 79 degrees, and from 73 degrees to 87 degrees in summer. As you move away from the beach areas and get higher in altitude, average temperatures will range from the 50s to the 70s. The greatest chance for rain is during the winter, when resort areas will average from 3 to 4 inches a month. During the summer, these same areas will average less than an inch each month. Most people just ignore the rain. Lightweight, comfortable clothing is the rule throughout the year. Of course, lightweight and comfortable covers a wide range of attire. Only a few exclusive restaurants require a coat and tie. To ward off the noonday sun, bring a hat or buy one made of cocoa frond. For the winter months, pack a sweater for the cool evenings and a small umbrella. Bring a heavier jacket if you're going to visit any of the mountainous areas on Kauai, Maui, or the Big Island. Now that you've seen how beautiful Hawaii really is, we're sure you'll want to come here and experience it yourself. We wish you a wonderful trip and lasting memories. Aloha.
Every day, science takes another step forward, changing our lives in large ways and small. Coming up, we'll examine breakthroughs in technology and medicine leading up to the world beyond 2000. Stay with us.